Okay, once again, little user error there. I recorded a whole segment and discovered the mic wasn't on. So if the green light's not on, which it is, it's not recording the sound. Anyway, I am making a crock pot round beef steak with gravy, and then I'm going to serve it with mashed potatoes and some fresh sliced zucchini. I'm going to get that in the crock pot now, and then I'm going to go meet a place in Campbell, a lady in Campbell, to talk about maybe having my birthday party next Sunday there. Then I'm going to come home and I'm going to check on my crock pot, and then I'm going to make my peach cobbler. So busy day, busy weekend, and hope you're all having a great day. Cheers. First step is olive oil, diced onion, and 2 tablespoons of minced garlic. This was a medium onion, and it says to do half and half. So this was half the onion and then half the garlic. Then we're going to lay in the steak. We're supposed to put in some brown gravy mix, and the rest of the onion and the garlic. So never made this before. I love my crock pot though, so I'm always cooking in my crock pot. Cheers. That is 1 pound of very thinly sliced round steak. And step 2, put in the thinly sliced steak. There were 4 pieces and I cut it into 8. And this will cook in the crock pot with, we're going to top it off with onion, gravy mix, and garlic. And then we're going to add some beef broth. Step 3 was emptying a packet of brown gravy mix, which I'm sure real chefs will say, like, how can you put that into your food? But I'm sorry, I'm just going to make this quick and easy. Right, step 4 was putting in the remaining onion and the remaining garlic. Now we're going to pour in 2 cups of beef broth. We added 2 cups of beef broth. We're going to put the lid on it. We're going to cook it on low for 4 hours. Well, hello. I'm getting ready to make some peach cobbler. My great grandmother, who lived in Oklahoma, used to make the best peach cobbler, and unfortunately, none of us have the recipe. So I kind of have spent my adult life trying to replicate it. So this is a new recipe. I haven't tried this combo, so let's see how it goes. And then my crock pot's cooking over here with the meat, and the house smells like garlic and onion and meat and all that. And then I've got to peel potatoes for the mashed potatoes. Then I got to prep the zucchini for the, little sauteed zucchini. So lots of cooking going on today. And I think it's really a bummer that I can't listen to music while I cook and record, because YouTube will flag it if I am playing music. So it really sucks. I have to turn off the music so I can talk to y'all. Anyways, happy Sunday and let's get cracking. Okay, step 1 is 7 tablespoons of butter. We're preheating the oven to 375 degrees, and then we're going to melt this butter. That's step 1. All right, stage 2 was peeling all of the peaches and dicing them up. That is 6 fresh peaches. Yum, yum, yum. All right, next step is 1/4 cup of sugar and 1/4 cup of brown sugar, and then 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. And we're going to boil this and cook off the juice, the liquid. That's the next stage. All right, there is our peaches cooked. Man, it smells so good. I can't wait. Yum. All right, I mixed all of the dry ingredients, and now I'm going to add in the milk. Now I'm supposed to take this batter and put it in this pan and kind of spread it out without mixing the butter, meaning don't stir it. Let's give it a try. All right, basically I just tilted the pan a little bit to make sure the batter is around the edges, and you can see the butter is just sitting there. Now we get to add the peaches. All right, we spread out the peaches, and I think we're going to bake this puppet now. This is now going to bake in the oven for 40 to 45 minutes. I bet you my house is going to smell so good. Alrighty, our peach cobbler is in the oven, so I'm excited about that. And now I get to peel potatoes and slice zucchini for the next stage of today's cooking adventure. Stay tuned. Okay, I got really ambitious. Peach cobbler's cooking, and now the meat that's been in the crock pot is getting down to the latter part of the day. I'm supposed to take out a half a cup of the broth and mix it with 3 tablespoons of cornstarch, and then put it back in the crock pot to give it a nice gravy. So that's what we're working on right now. There's the stuff I'm mixing up. All right, that was a half a cup of the juice from the crock pot and 3 tablespoons of cornstarch. I've mixed it up with a whisk, and now we're going to add it back to the crock pot. So we added that to the crock pot. I'm supposed to stir it up a little bit and let it cook for the last 30 minutes with all of that in there, and it's supposed to get nice and thick. Got to say, that looks pretty tasty with the mashed potatoes and zucchini. Oh my gosh. And then peach cobbler. Oh my gosh. All right, people, this my house smells so good. And this looks delicious. I got to make sure I have ice cream and whipped cream because oh my gosh. Yay. All right, I guess part 3 of my cooking day is making some mashed potatoes. So I like to use Yukon Gold potatoes. I boil them in salt water, and then I drain them and I mix them with butter and buttermilk, a little salt and pepper. That's kind of how I make my thing. Next, I've got to cut the zucchini, and definitely was ambitious because I have to admit I'm getting tired, but we got to finish up. Thank God that was quick and easy. Basically, I just sliced up some zucchini, some butter. I added some garlic pepper with some salt. I like to cut my zucchini, as you can see, kind of at an angle. I just think it looks prettier. So that's it. We're going to let the potatoes boil. The zucchini's ready and prepped. We're going to be eating soon. All right, just so you can see, I am old school, man. I smash my potatoes with an actual little press here and a little salt and pepper. It's got buttermilk and butter. And that's how we're going to mash these. All right, my friends, that is a weekend of cooking with Mama Siraj. They got the beef, which is so tender, and the gravy, the mashed potatoes, the zucchini, and the homemade peach cobbler. So, going to be a delicious dinner. I wish you all the best. Cheers.